Peace, y'all. Your man Tone Space. In hip hop news, Tuesday, one rapper from Detroit by the name of Tee Grizzley, most known for his prominent song entitled First Day Out, which is a street tale, very realistic realism rap, chronicling him getting out of prison and, different activity and street tales and stuff of that caliber. Now, unfortunately, his car got shot up on Tuesday, and his manager and aunt, Jabina Brown, has passed away. So I'll go through this article a little bit. His manager, Jabina Brown, was killed Tuesday night when a gunman opened fire at his car in Detroit. Now, TMZ and Detroit NBC affiliate Click On report police told them that the shooting took place on 3 Mile Drive on Detroit's east side around 9 p.m. Tee Grizzley was reportedly in the car with Brown and another man during the shooting. According to TMZ, the rapper and the driver of the car were unharmed. Brown was reportedly taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. She was only 41. Praying for my bro, Lil Yachty wrote on Tee Grizzley's Instagram, one of my real friends, in my thoughts till I hear from you. Love you, broski. Pitchfork has reached out to Tee Grizzley's representatives for an update on his condition. And then under here, ironically, is an article about Eminem, because interestingly enough, I think it was just a week prior in which he dropped what was the latest of Eminem diss songs, being a fellow Detroit rapper. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he has at least 2 diss songs that he did to Eminem. Not to tie Eminem into the shooting. I find Eminem to be, more of a lyricist than a gunsmith. But this is just a sad story, and unfortunate for his aunt. I'm glad that he survived. And I mean, I talk to my friends all the time about like the 90s era and today, and which one seems to be more dangerous, which one seems to be more out of control. And I would make arguments to how in the 90s it was really off the hook. But I mean, it seems now I want you guys to think about this. We could chop it up in the comments. Rappers getting shot is routine, so routine. It's almost like a prerequisite. You know what I mean? Remember hearing of Tupac getting shot the first time, where he's survived of his alleged shooting, right? Even 50 Cent getting shot. It was a thing. It was notable. It wasn't something that was commonplace. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a rite of passage into, being considered a real artist, like a real street dude. No, it was like something that happened. It was shocking. And then to see these individuals survive, they did give them a, more rough and tough, durable exterior. You know what I mean? But now, fast forward, 2019, could say since the 2010s and onward, it seems like, how many rappers are there that get shot and survive? What's the young man? Slim 400 got shot, I think, about 9 times. And even before that incident, he had gotten shot sometime in the past. You know what I'm saying? It's so commonplace and it's a desensitizing thing. Both these artists that get shot or are involved in some type of shooting or dangerous situation, as with Tee Grizzley, even if he didn't get shot, his aunt was killed right there in front of him. And, he was still in this situation. From your Tee Grizzleys, your Slim 400s, what's the other one? The Little Dolph. It's so many artists, and we're getting desensitized to it. We see them hop their behinds on Vlad TV and talk about their survival, and Vlad is now asking the $1 million question. Well, if your shooter was standing there right next to you, what would you say to him? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's so commonplace, but unfortunately as well, a lot of artists getting shot and not surviving is commonplace. Probably one of the most, if not the most notable artists in recent times that, was shot and killed would be Nipsey Hussle, right? Now that's on a lot of people's minds, but it's almost like some people may have forgotten. Well, XXXTentacion, who is perhaps arguably a larger artist than Nipsey Hussle, was shot just about a year prior, or 7 to 9 months prior to Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's becoming so commonplace. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, redact, is that the term? I'm gonna have to change my perspective on that and say that the era of today is more off the hook and more violent than it was in the past. You know what I'm saying? I just think that the exterior of it just doesn't, it's not packaged as violent. We have a lot of and I'm just gonna say it, we have a lot of, like, I don't know, feminine type of styles, the tighter clothes, the flashy colors. You know what I'm saying? The 90s was like rough and tough, Tim boots, and you know what I'm saying? Army jackets, fatigues, and everything. The exterior was more tough, but the actual crimes and the actual victims of violent crimes, both those that survived and didn't survive, at least in hip hop, as far as artists go, it was way more ill frequent than it seems to be today. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of makes sense because it goes back to what I was saying. It's kind of like we're being desensitized to it. So when you're desensitized to something, you're not really recognizing the harshness of it. And not recognizing the harshness of it, it kind of fits right into the whole flow of how this is kind of like the colorful hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? On the exterior, it doesn't seem as rough as how we got down a couple decades back. It doesn't seem as rough. But the actual violence is a few times more harsh. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think it's more dangerous, but the danger is elusive. And that in itself can make things more dangerous. And it's a scary situation, being desensitized to crime. Because that leaves more possibility for people to, be involved in dangerous situations and be, what's the term, laissez-faire about it, or be more willing to jump into the fray of dangerous situations because the danger's all around them and it's not as shocking as 50 Cent getting shot 9 times and surviving and talking about it. I don't even think if a rapper gets shot and talks about it, it's like anything. It's like, oh, that's your rite of passage. What do you think gonna happen? Now, I always leave open room for what a lot of y'all may call the kooky stuff, and that is that some of these things are actually staged. I do got to throw that caveat in there because I try to keep an open mind, and, sometimes you see some things that are interesting that, that makes you really question it. But, yeah, it's a very unfortunate event. Good luck to the man, Tee Grizzley, and, rest in peace, to your family. Let's hope things turn around.